back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a root touch up with my eSalon subscription. I thought that I would go ahead and do another video. It's been a long time since I've done one of my eSalon videos. I did one like last year, and I still get people asking me questions on it from a long time ago, so I thought that I would do an updated one, and it's a little bit different. I requested that the formula of the color for my roots be a little bit different. If you have any questions about like just the basics on like how to order from them and stuff, then go ahead and just watch that first video. I go over a lot of those questions, and that will be linked up in the card above. So this will actually be a two-part series. Today I'm going to be doing my roots because I need to do my roots, and it's good to do your roots freshly before you do the light set. And I am going to be doing, so in the morning I'll probably do them, and then probably like the week after I post this video, I will post the video where I do my light set or highlights. It's basically what it is. They call it their light set. So I'm going to be adding highlights for the first time. Okay, actually, it's the first time I've ever put highlights in my hair at all, and I'm just really cheap and I don't really feel like going to the salon and paying like $100 to have it done when I can just do it here through their stuff. And I read a lot about it, and it just kind of seems like I can't really screw up my hair that bad with their stuff. So I thought it would be a pretty easy or low risk to take. So in this order, gosh, you guys, I've been ordering from eSalon for, oh gosh, since 2017, and I have had 13 custom color orders, and I've even gone through 9 adjustments. So it's really cool because your profile just like keeps track of everything and all your history, and you can know exactly what the formulas were for every single order. And what's different about this is I actually wanted to try to lighten my formula for my roots, because I felt like I was overly darkening them, and I wanted to see if I could kind of keep them lighter, because all of the rest of my hair has lightened. I'll show you, but it has gotten quite light. I just stopped coloring my ends over the summer and through most of the winter, and it's stayed a lot lighter. I have a lot of surface highlights, and so I'm actually really looking forward to lightening those and then lightening up a little bit just what's underneath with the light set tomorrow. I actually just got this cape from them. It was like 10 bucks or something, so it was really cheap. I added to my subscription, so they gave me like 20% off. In this order, I also got the comb kit, and it's our like detangler comb kit. It comes with one wide tooth comb and a rat tail comb, and I got it because I thought it would be a lot handier when I do the light set. I'll go over this again in that video, but see the difference? Like, so this is like their you know, coloring brush, and you could use this, but look how much pointier and more detail that you're gonna get with that rat tail comb. So I got that way I have one of those. So basically every time that I color my roots, and I've been doing this a really long time, so this is not something I'm a novice at, I always take off all of my jewelry. I have my watch on, so I'm gonna take my watch off right now. Don't wanna have any necklaces or earrings or rings on. Stay as clean as possible. I have super dirty hair. I've got about 3 days of workout sweat in my hair. They always recommend using dirty hair to color your roots and not freshly washed hair. I did read ahead just because I was trying to really educate myself about doing the light set, and they actually do recommend using clean hair to do the light set. You can do it same day, but I just won't have time today to do my roots and then do the light set. And I was actually emailing back and forth. I sent them pictures of my hair currently to show them my highlights and like what I was kind of thinking I wanted to do. And so yeah, so I was emailing back and forth with an actual stylist. So it's always really reassuring when you're talking to a real person, and it's not just like this one-stop place where, well, okay, well then what you want fits best into like this box of color. So it's not like that at all. It's completely custom colored. So these are Sarah's instructions. And I mean, I've done this so many times, I pretty much know the gist, but I still always put these up in front of me. That way I get the times right. But so like, for example, like in the past, I've always gotten like dark brown, and this time they did a medium brown, and then we've got a little bit of the violet undertone. So, and they did put a little bit of red in. I don't know, we'll see. I might have them take that out next time because my hair naturally will pull really red. Every kit, this is like the most amazing, like you don't need anything else except for a shirt if you don't want to buy a cape. And then they give you this nice little sticker here so that you can put your instructions on the mirror, and I'm not having to like have one more thing on my countertop. This is the back side. You don't need this when you're doing your hair, but on this side it has the instructions. It tells you how to section your hair, how to prep, all of that stuff. So on the mirror it goes. They knew I wasn't going to be coloring my lengths the same color as my roots, so I got one box that came with my root color, and then the other box came with a light set, since I'm not trying to like go back to the dark brown for my lengths. So you have two ways of applying the roots to your head, mixture to your roots. And I usually, just because of the amount of hair that I have, I don't really need to go with the brush method. I'll usually just pour this bottle into the developer and I just shake it up really good. A little tip, I don't take off this little lid here because it's like sealed on right now until after I've shooken it up, because otherwise stuff will want to come out. And so I'll pour in, shake it, and then I will tip that off. That way it stays on real nice. So yeah, this is what it looks like where all of your stuff comes in, and you get all of your goodies in here: shampoo and conditioner, and guard and stain remover. The stain guard does such a good job of keeping your skin from getting dyed that I haven't needed to use the remover, so I'm just stocking up on that. Another thing that was really cool that I wasn't sure about was because I wasn't sure about when to highlight. Do I highlight at the same time that I'm doing my roots and all that? Like, I wasn't really sure. But what's cool is they sent this little card inside the highlight box, and it says first color, then highlights. So it's just nice that they take the time to really make sure everything is laid out as clearly as possible. So like I said, I have really, really dirty hair right now. It feels really, really gross. And I just wasn't sure what day I was gonna end up doing this because it takes time, and I got my clippies here from ever since my very first order. And I have my bowl, my brush, and all that. I accidentally threw away my timer once in one of my boxes, so I'm just splitting it down the back. So I will do as they always recommend, which is to start around the hair. So I'm gonna section up my hair, and then I'll start with my hairline. So we will get this section first, and then I will mix the color in the developer. All right, so I have my hair sectioned into 4 sections like the instructions call for. Now I'm gonna throw on my gloves and get my color ready. So actually I'm gonna start with my stain guard. So I'm just gonna go all along my hairline and get my ears, and I even go down to my jaw and stuff because my hair tends to like hit there, and even though I'm doing my roots, it's just a good idea. And there is plenty of product of the stain guard to make sure to cover everything. I always have leftover stain guard. Oh, and something to know about the stain guard is like when you get in the shower, I mean, it's kind of like Vaseline, so it's kind of hard to wash off, and I usually have to take body wash to get it to actually remove. My face wash almost never can get rid of all of the residue from the stain guard. So just FYI, just use some of your body wash. It's just one time. All right, so I've got my stain guard on. Now I'm just gonna break the seal slowly just in case there's air trapped in there. That way it doesn't burst. I love that it has my name on the bottle. So you pour the whole thing. You know what's funny is I only dyed my hair like one time before I found eSalon with a box color. And that video, it's a really old one, but it did pretty well. This is like back in the early parts of YouTube. Yeah, So, okay, I got it really well shaken up. I'm gonna take this off over the sink. So, I mean, I was so inexperienced, and their instructions always just are so good, and the people there are so good about answering your questions. Like, there's no stupid questions. I've literally, trust me, there's no stupid questions. I've tried. So they're just a really great team to work with. They're in California. All right, I probably look a little better now. I got a light in here because the light bulbs in here not so great, and it's getting darker outside. So time to get started, yeah? I do my roots too, I just make sure to get the tops and the bottoms of the strands. I want everything well saturated. So I do the tops, flip it, and I do the bottom and then the top of the next section. Done. Well, one section done. I want to mention that I do differently, because in the instructions it says that once you've colored that section to reclip it, but when you reclip it, all of this hair that I don't want to be this color gets smushed against it, and I'll get color through it. And I actually had started to, because I had forgotten about that, because I'm like out of practice. I haven't done this in a while. I just like to leave it down. Then just like leave it as it is, and then everything will just be okay. For a lot of this, you kind of go by feel as well. and so that's pretty much it. I have got all my roots done, and now that I'm finished doing all of my roots, to set a timer for 30 minutes to let the whole thing process. Okay, so my timer is set for 30 minutes. Usually what I'll do is watch some YouTube videos or maybe a show on Hulu, which is usually about 30 minutes. So it used to be that you would mix water in with the remaining color and take that into shower, and then use that to just kind of add and like loosen up the color before you shampooed and conditioned. But now here's the steps that they recommend. Prep before rinsing. This is extra important. Be sure not to skip over it. It says once the timer goes off, take the shampoo and conditioner and a fresh pair of gloves into the shower. Before getting your hair wet, put your gloves on and run your fingertips under the water. Use damp fingertips to vigorously massage roots for 1 to 2 minutes at scalp and hairline. Do not run hands through the rest of your hair to avoid spreading the color down, which is why I left my lengths down and I didn't put them up, because I'm trying to avoid getting any of this on my lengths, especially since I'm going to be doing the highlight set. Let me get the dogs real quick. So today my cape wasn't totally necessary, but if I had gotten a order like I have in the past where the color for my lengths is also there, then all of this would be saturated, and I would have been really glad to have had the cape, because my robe is like V-necked, you know, and open, and so it's always a little bit more of a hassle. I'm super glad that I got the cape, because I'm sure there will be another time when I do my lengths. There you go. Okay, well, my timer is running and I'm gonna go watch a show. Oh, I have The Miz and Mrs. on Hulu. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on real quick. I just got dressed after getting out of the shower, and I just wanted to let you know that I can already tell my roots are now medium brown. I was a little bit concerned whether or not it would really work, because my roots were definitely dark brown before, but it definitely worked. I can already tell. So I'm interested to see what it's gonna look like when it's dry and in the sunlight, and see if I like it. Hey guys, so it is the next day, next afternoon, and I'm actually out currently walking the dogs, and I thought this would be a really good opportunity to show you how my hair came out. So I took my roots from a dark brown to a medium brown, just to kind of get it to blend more with the way my color sort of naturally faded to over the summer from being in the sun, just like my natural highlights. I was actually a little bit concerned last night, because I thought maybe it was looking a little too red, but now that I've let it dry and I'm down the daylight, it looks great. It's totally fine. The only thing for me is that it's an adjustment. I've never lightened my roots this much before. I've always had dark brown roots or darkest brown roots. So this is hugely different for me. Let's give you the shot of my hair, and it's nice and breezy out here so you can see it like moving around, but and I'm thinking too, I haven't used a brush to apply my color in a really long time, and I did this time. So I'm thinking that maybe that's why I don't have like the hardcore like indentation on the skin of my scalp of the color. In the past I've like had to like take a day or two to like get rid of all of that. Or it could be just their new recommendation of wetting your hand with the gloves on and rubbing your scalp before you get in the shower. I'm not really sure, but that was some new instructions. Now I don't know how many times they've actually had those instructions out, because I had done it so many times I stopped reading the instructions. So I'm glad I read them this time. We'll see. So super happy with it, and they did everything right. I didn't tell you. Oh, whatever. Super happy with the way it came out. They did a really good job of looking at the pictures that I sent them of how my hair currently was, my natural highlights, and I couldn't be happier. So that is it. That is how I lightened my roots a shade or two with eSalon, and all of the links will be down below. You can get your first order for like $10.
It's so cheap, you guys, and really so easy. I'll have the links for all the accessories that I use as well. I really liked having the cape to wear instead of having to use my robe and go all that route. And I do videos every Wednesday and Friday, so keep your eye out for episode number 2, where I add the highlights to my hair. See how that looks. You have to keep your eye out for that. Until next time, stay well, stay blessed. Bye.